Guys, I'm gonna have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, okay? When I was going to Royal University in Calgary, Alberta, I was elected in this program because at the time they were looking for candidates to experiment on, and this professor, his name is Peter Chodes from Royal University. That's what I was attending, social work. And I hated this snake, you know? And I just never liked this professor, teacher, if you will. And he's the one who elected me in this program because I was told at the time they were looking for people they're gonna experiment on, right? And I didn't think they could actually enroll you to a program to be experimented on against your will. It's just never crosses my mind. I thought it has to be consensual to be entered into this program. So Peter Schodes and Michelle Barr was an assistant professor. She's a substitute teacher. Think of her that way. She's a substitute teacher who used to cover for professor were not teachers. You know, I'm downgrading professors, okay? Because I have no respect for them. I don't have respect for professors, you know, from that university, you know? And they all knew, from the department head, her name is Gail, and all of them, they knew about this, you know? And they stood there still. They have not done anything to stop this from happening. And they knew it was wrong. And I had, you know, some people, they've grown some sort of conscience. And they felt bad about what's happening to me, you know? And they, you know, then they're not gonna get away with it for what they've done to you. But what have you done to stop? What have you done to stop this from happening? You know? So you stood on a sideline and you have not done a thing. For you to say, you know, they're not get away with it. They're not gonna get away with murder. And you've done nothing. Okay? So yes, I am angry. I'm not just angry. I'm livid with these people because they all got paid. A lot of them got paid. When you know, elect people to enter this program, and you actually get paid. It depends how successful this candidate do, right? And what I've been told that I'm one of the top. I'm the first, you know, who have excelled. You know, nobody above me, right? And so I'm pretty sure they got, you know, Peter Shaw got a lot of money because, you know, he was talking about me to the evil, you know, I'm always mentioning the evil twins. I never mentioned the names. Okay, the evil twins, their name is Taylors. They put money to put up a new digital library at University of Calgary. If you go to University of Calgary, just look at the digital library. They're the one who put over $100 million to build this digital library. And one of the things that when they given the money to university, because they graduated from University of Calgary, they have to put that digital library because they put the money, you know, it has to be named after the family, you know. So it was named after them. Just go online, look up the digital library at the University of Calgary, which is I was working there at the time, by the way. But anyhow, but things happen. I believe things happen in my life. You know, it was a calculated move because they know, all of these people, all these snakes, they know what type of, you know, a star child or, they knew from your bloodline where what's your habits and how to provoke you and how to get you bent out of shape, right? And ambulance, sorry guys. Anyhow, they know. I was played like a fiddle. I was played like by these people who knew who I was, who knew that I'm related, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Noah, and I am related to the bloodline of the prophets. They knew that. That's why they made up the jab. Remember the jab? You have to take it, otherwise you don't get to travel. So the jab, I'm telling you, it was created intentionally to make money and also to find our bloodline. The 144,000, right? Which is, I've learned, well, once I was in this program for a few years, I started to talk to people in online forums, and I started to run into people that who's gone through the same bullshit, and then after the program ran for a long time, they were supposed to let you go. You know what I'm saying? But they did not know. I'm pretty sure they knew. They did not know heaven is gonna choose you over them. Then you become a real target. They will not let you go. They put you indefinitely. And they said, oh yeah, because you're talking about them. No. I stopped talking about them for 5 years. 5 years I have not said anything about them. I was being targeted hard for 5 years. I have not said a word. But the targeting did not stop. For 5 years, I was just still getting the same BS attacks. Experimenting on, I'm in and out of hospitals. When I was in Australia, I've gone to the emergency room 11 times. It was bullshit like that. It's still bullshit. But this is my story. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you, I have not added or taken anything out. I have not imagined something. It's not happening. It's factual. What I'm telling you, it happened to me. Word for word. I'm not really, adding anything on my own or telling you a bogus story, trying to tell you, or guilt you to believe in me or whatnot. No, I don't care if you believe me or not. This is my story, and I'm gonna tell you what's happened and what's happening to this point, and I do not care if you believe me. I don't care. This is my story, because what I want you to get out of this target individuals, you have to tell your story, even if it pains you. I know when you tell your story, they will attack you more, but it's not gonna stop. These people are abusive people. This bloodline is abusive. Okay? Abusive there, because when you marry first cousin, second cousin, there's something, it's not mentally stable, and you're not all there, and then because you become very narcissistic kind of person to let go of a person that you think you have ownership to. You have no ownership over me. So what makes you think you have authority to control how I act or feel, and what I can talk about, what I cannot talk about? I don't report to you people, so I'm not gonna stop talking about them. Because I stopped for 5 years, it didn't go away. It still continued to be abused. So if I stopped, it's not gonna go away. But I feel like you know, I have to speak my truth. I have to speak for those who are going through the targeting, maybe in the beginning of their life now. Some people have been longer than me, and some people have been less. And I get people messaging me on YouTube telling me, help me, this is happening to me, da, 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 I'm battling it as I go. I'm just creating prayers and, battling, I'm having to stop a day. Sometimes I find it very energy draining. Like I'm very exhausted, because they have people. One time, it's just out of curiosity, I was thinking about it because they intercept your dream, your thought pattern. They know what you're thinking about and stuff. I was thinking like how many people are targeting me to feel this bad, They told me 35 people. They just blurted it out and they told me 35 people are attacking you. 35 people attacking one person. Who am I to have that many people trying to pin down or to suppress? Who am I? So if I am my ancestry, because they have our DNA and they found out who we're related to. So if we are, the bloodline of the prophet carry the bloodline of the prophet carry the crown, the true crown of divinity, are the true, well, they call us the Jews. They call us the true Jews. Okay. We carry this divinity and the true bloodline of the prophet and the true Jews. Who the other crown and who the other Jews? Okay? Why would you have to go and pretend you're somebody else when you're not? So if I am the true crown and I'm the true Jew, or so who are these people pretending to be us? Why what is it about us you have to be pretending to be us? To be God chosen, to be when God favors our nation, He does not favor these people. You know what I'm saying? And why you have to pretend to be somebody you're not? So that's what's going on. That's why I became a target individuals. But then I started reading and researching and finding out who I am and stuff. And I started telling people, stories, how to get out of situation. And one time they told me I cannot help people. They told me at one point, do not help people, we're going to let you go. No. So I chose to help. So that's why I'm indefinitely, which is fine, but it's not going to stop me from talking about it. It's going to stop me from exposing the truth. It's not going to stop me from, airing what's happening to me is unjust and evil. So I'm going to continue talking about it. You know what I mean? So you're not going to stop me. And you lie about me all you want. You can lie about me. You can tell whatever people who believe you, because it comes from an authoritative kind of place. When a government tell you like this person, this and that, you tend to believe them because it comes from credible. Governments are not to be believed. You know what? You do not believe the government. The government are freaking corrupt. And look what the state of the world, what they're doing to people. Look how many Palestinians are being put in a mass burial, being, how many children, the highest number of children being killed now in the world was in Palestine. You know, this is their country. The whole country is theirs. There's no two-state solution. This is their country, and the enemy is taking something that are not belonging to them. You know, they are thieves. You know, and they're not even the true divinity. They're not who we are. You know, they're not us. You know what I'm saying? And I already told you about the situation with their blood. You know, the color of the blood, and what else I told you? They're not like us. Okay, this is in a nutshell. Okay, they don't feel remorse for humanity. Do not feel we deserve to be respected. They do not feel that, you know, we are worthy. They think of us as useless either, and we are to be controlled, to be oppressed. I'm talking about all humanity, not just the targeting. Targeting is like, it's precise, on point, on us. It's not pertaining to all humanity. They do not like people who have, you know, freedom of thought, freedom of expression, people who think on their own. They don't like that. They like people who are part of the collective to believe what they're trying to feed you. You know, when you are, you know, free-spirited person, they don't like that. You know, they don't like that. They want people to be, they all to think alike. They don't want people to have these radical thoughts, you know, who question the system, who question what's being fed, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna question the system. I'm gonna question what I've been fed. I'm gonna question what's happening in the world when you poisoning people through food, air, and water, spraying us with chemtrails, and, you know, try to poison us through pharmaceutical. So, and they're putting toxin in the water and the food, are feeding the animal toxin and stuff. Yes, I'm gonna question that. Okay, I am gonna question till the end of the day. This is my thought, and it's my free will, and I choose to exercise my free will. Okay, don't like it, ah well, don't have to listen to me. I am, you know, oh yes, people who are, you know, listen to me online, they're not all target individuals. Some of them, the enemy, they're listening to me what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying stuff. You understand? Because I want them to hear me, what I'm saying, and I'm sharing it with commands and, you know, strengths. I'm not afraid of you, and I'm saying it because I want them to hear me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not to be controlled. I am not be, you know, attacked the way I've been attacked. You know, because I choose to be free. You know, I choose to be free. These oppressors who invaded many countries globally, you know what I'm saying, stole their resources. They can still continue to steal their resources. You know, if you look around you, what's happening? They all invade countries that have something they want. And I've been speaking about this for ages. I feel like if I'm a broken record, I'm always talking about it. And people just like, it's not really pertaining to me. It's not my problem. I just want to keep my nose clean. I don't want to talk about this, you know. And people now are very fearful about talking about politics. You talk about politics, or you talk about, you know, things, just general things in life. You know what I'm saying? It get them, you know, all, you know, uptight and nervous and like upset, and because you're talking about something they seem very, you know, intense to them, and they don't want to face it. You know, people are like a bunch of ostriches. You know what I mean? They just want to bury their head in the sand and not don't having to deal with anything. You know, and so I'm gonna continue. I am not gonna be, you know, oppressed because the enemy thought, you know, I'm a problem. I became a problem for them when they killed my mother. Yes, I am a problem. It's personal. It is personal, coming from a very, angry and rage kind of place. That's what I'm happening. That's what's happening. And then they end up killing my aunt, my mom twin sister. Then I've learned they kill twins because they know twins carry certain genes. So especially if they're not identical. If they're not identical, the returner, they carry different genes. You know what I'm saying? So they end up killing my aunt in California, and then they kill my mom. And I'm pretty sure they stolen their DNA to find, the lineage and what was given to this one and not the other, because they're not identical twins. Okay. So, and I've been learning through TV shows and movies and stuff, because they put it out there. If you watch that TV show, The Institute, they just told you right there. This is what they do. The Institute is about us, the divine bloodline that carry this, supernatural abilities. If just watch the TV show, that's exactly who we are. Okay, if there are, they're pretending to be us. I said that before. You pretending to be me. What's your supernatural abilities do you have? Why can't you put some of your family members in these programs and trying to get these people to move a table with their head? You don't, because I'm telling you, they're not like us. We are not the same. Okay? One is a blessed seed and one is a cursed seed. The bloodline of Abraham is the blessed seed. Their bloodline is the cursed seed. I told you why it's cursed seed, because Cain killed Abel. Abel is the blessed seed, right? And Cain is the cursed seed, because their seed is very, what's the word for it, is okay, going to Cain killed his brother out of jealousy. So their seed is they are the aggressor, are the one who provoke stuff, who hate God. You know why he killed Cain? Cain killed Abel because Abel wanted to get close to God. He was worshiping God and he's trying to get close to God, and that upsetted Cain. So he ended up killing him, because how could you try to get closer to God? You know what I'm saying? Because their seed, they're anti-God, antichrist, anti-God. They are that. Our seed is all about God, getting close to God. You understand? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm pissed off. And yes, I am pissed off today talking about this, because I just walk and I see people laughing, having a good time. Yes, it pisses me off sometimes, because why am I being targeted and these people go walking away happy and not, you know what I mean? Why these people have to be happy? I'm being targeted when I'm trying to talk to people about what's happening to me. They label you like crazy. They label you like mentally unstable and stuff. And so I've been, ramping up my prayers. It's not gonna stop, because I'm not gonna stop praying against you. Okay? I am gonna continue to pray against you till the end of the day. This is my God-given right, and I choose to exercise it. Okay? So if you don't like it, oh well. I'm not here to please you. Okay? And all those who are working behind the scene in this program, I'm going to pray against you today. I'm going to create new prayers and to exercise these freedoms that was being violated by you. Have God help you. Your God, because we're not saving. We're not saving, we're not praying for the same God. And justice is going to prevail. I want you to know that, okay? So you're not going to get out of this. It's not like we're going to hug it out. We're not going to hug it out, and I'm not going to forgive you. Then, you know what? Your light, when about to go out, you're going to say, oh my God, I've done this guy, and I should not have done it. I swear to you, if any of these people walk up to me today, they told me that person is going to die and he wants you to forgive him. Good luck. You know what I mean? Good luck, because I'm not going to give it. And God says, this is true. This is not something I said. Only sins that could be forgiven, if you've done me wrong, all these sins have to be forgiven by me, not God. You understand? You see how the system works? God cannot forgive you for something you've done to somebody else. He can only forgive you for something you've done to him. Okay? I am choosing to not to forgive you, all of you. Okay? Because you are pain of my existence, and I want you to suffer. That's as much as you made me suffer, but multiply by trillion and trillion folds what you've done to me to be done to you out of vengeance. And what's happening is not going to go away. And I'm going to continue praying against you guys. And today I'm going to create new prayers against all who participate in this program. And I know secret words. I know names. And you're going to know about that, okay? And you'll find out.